Good morning people, how's it going? Right, today is Monday and it is a bit soggy, it's wet. I'm already not looking forward to today, you know. I've had a couple of days of just chilling. Haven't had anything work. It's weird, I've had work but like inquire, but it's hard for me to say when I'm going to be there, but I need more jobs in that same area to do them jobs. Do you get what I mean? So I've got some down south that want some work doing, but I ain't going down that way yet. I've got to go north. I could go south again, but then the ones up north again. Yeah, it's tricky to keep everyone happy, you know, it's hard. But yes, today we are going to look at a Volvo XC90, which has got a ABS fault. Obviously it's got ABS sensors on each wheel, so you've got to find out which one it is, right? Now, this brings me on to my next thing. I had a company reach out to me, KINGBOLEN, quite cool name, isn't it? Ediag Mini, right? They sent me this out for nothing. You know, they're not paying me to do this. They're just sending me out and said, see what you think. Do you know what I mean? So I've used a few diagnostic tools. I haven't invested in these £2,000, £10,000 diagnostic kits because I just can't afford it, right? And yes, it'd be nice to have, but realistically, one day maybe I might get one, right? So they sent this to me and they said, look, try it out, see what you think, and go from there. Obviously this is a Bluetooth kit, which connects to your phone, so you download an app, but we'll go through that later on when we get to the car. So yeah, nice little day. So we've got about half an hour drive, but yeah, I'll see you when we get there and we'll get cracking, because whether it's raining or not, things need to be fixed and people need to keep getting by, so needs must. And let's be honest, I could do with the money. So yeah, just trying to link these jobs together before I go up north. But right, anyway, let's make a move. But, you know, so we're going to plug it in. No, here's my old man lot. That's where the beard comes from. But, plug it in first. I need those keys. So, I've got this diag thing, which is KINGBOLEN Ediag Mini, right? I'll put a link for this in the description below. I'll only recommend if you're gonna get little supplies for your van, or you know, some things just to diagnose some stuff and keep a little kit on board. I like that, you know. This thing's probably top notch to have. It's not too expensive. I think it was like 60 quid or something on their website. But it allows you to plug in Bluetooth photos and see what's going on. So you simply get this little bad boy and you put that on the OBD reader down here. Green. Ignition on. Lights off. Music off.
Cup of tea that will go cold very quickly.
Thanks.
So drink it very soon.
Thanks.
It does when it's outside, doesn't it? Like, you know, 5 minutes.
Well, especially, yeah, with a cold ceramic cup. Yeah. Right, get this done quickly, and then I've got my cup of tea. So you join this app to the Diag, and then you can click up here, so it's connected to my Bluetooth there. We can do an all systems diagnostic, maintenance functions, OBD functions. OBD scan will inspect emission related issues of powertrain. including most of the maintenance for reset functions such as oil reset, ABS, bleed, all systems diagnostic, hence diagnostic. So we want to click on that one. This is going to click through that. We're going to go down to Volvo. Where is it? There. Right, Volvo. And this is going to scan through now. So this is now going to scan through and see if there's any problems. Health report basically. So no fault code on that one. It's going to scan through. Right, so up normal. There we go on here. So we've got an ABS fault. So ABS, anti-lock braking system. Fuel system, combined system, diesel, PDM, passenger door modules. So we got 3 faults on there. Normal ones on there, which are perfectly fine. But obviously on here, we want to see. So we're trying to eliminate the ABS light. So if we click on here and go in, read fault code. We'll scan through. We press OK. And on here, it even gives us actually which one is wrong. So on here it says right front wheel sensor faulty signal. So it does tell you the basics of stuff. So now I can jump out of this system now. So if I jump out of here. So this obviously does do other stuff as well. So I can jump through into the maintenance functions and it will give me all the reset oil, reset this, reset that. You know, there's all sorts of stuff. The reset ABS. These things you can buy as extras. So it does all like key coding, reset coding injectors, you know, tyre pressures, all sorts of stuff on here. So all in all, yeah, it's not the most advanced stuff, but it's got all the basics on there for anybody who's just into basic like diagnosing of your vehicle. So if you come up with an engine light on your dashboard, this will give you actually the info that you want to be able to go, right, garage, here's the problem, sort it out. Right, this is what I know what's wrong with it. So that way you know you're not going to get robbed by a garage in a sense. Do you know what I mean? Obviously some things will get flagged up because of other things going wrong. This does like a DPF regen and also EGR reset, all sorts of stuff. So it's a handy little bit of kit for the price. So I will leave this in the description below. But let's continue with this one. I've already got a sensor for this vehicle because I've already plugged it in before. So I know which one's at fault, the front right. So let's get our front wheel off and get started. And of course I got a new toy day. Obviously this isn't to do the big mighty stuff, it's just to help me with the whole twiddly stuff. So now the ABS sensor that's at fault is this bad boy here, which runs down into there, which I don't think you can see in there, but I'd like to think that it's just going to come out, but I highly doubt it will. So let's try and get that out and see how we get on. So now I'm quite impressed now, because usually ABS sensors fight me, and to be honest I've never done one of these XC90s, but this one was literally just holding by the sides there, which, so when I undid the bolt, give it a good little yank, it come out, and you can see in there at the bottom there it's all scored for obviously when shit's got in there and damaged it. So we'll put a new sensor in and clean up the ABS ring, which is down in there. I don't know if you can see, hang on, in here, see the little cog. So if that cog is full of shit and starts to corrode, it will start to catch the end of the sensor and then give it a false reading, and then it will put your ABS light on, and sometimes even judder your brake, obviously because your ABS is kicking in. I still need to find the other end of that where it plugs in, and I don't want to chop into it. I know some people do, but I don't want to do that. So let's go into the bonnet and see if we can find out where the other side of that plug is. So that comes up from down there. can see it down there. This is the end of this cable here, I think. So it should just be this plug here. Or one of these anyway, put it that way. It's gonna rain. We don't want it to rain. Oh, please don't rain. I don't want it to rain. Right, should have this loose now. Ow, my finger. Need some snips, hold on. Can I get through into this conduit? Conduit. Ketchup. Huh? So yeah, if any of you already figured this out, this is my old man's car. Worth checking. Make sure they're the right length because it works off like resistance in the wire. So, well, some of them do anyway. So, spot on. So that one go in the bin. This one can go back in here, and I can thread it through down there. Try and put the conduit back on. Yeah. Come on, in you go. Now, can I fish that out with my fingers? Where are you? Oh. Yeah. I was trying to get it through that into that hole. That would be ideal, wouldn't it? Oh, bacon Sally. Fed and watered. Now we're trying to fish this back down here again. Come on. Oh, oh. Stay. Stay. Got a street sweeper being noisy. I'm not entirely sure why I wear gloves sometimes, because they just rip off me anyway, but I think it gives me a helping hand to not get covered in shit. My hands up minking. And we got this far, so 8mm nut. Get that back in the old. So under closer inspection, the ABS ring has corroded and split. So that's probably what's sending off the ABS sensor. But I'll show you when we get back. The ABS sensor doesn't look very pretty anyway. So I always recommend replacing the two if you can get all of the parts, replace the ABS sensor and the ring, and then you're good to go. So we got a new ABS sensor. That was the whole first thing we got to begin with, because sometimes they can fail, they just crack and perish. But I always had that sneaky suspicion in the back of my head that the ABS ring might be snapped. And what, you wouldn't have seen it just spinning the wheel. It was only when I got in there and started picking away at bits of like mud and corrosion that eventually it got to the point where it moved, and I was like, oh, it's broken. So yeah, looks like we've got that one covered. So I've got to go to Euro Car Parts now and pick up a part. And I hate going to Euro Car Parts, they're just shit. But it's the only one local to here. So let's make a move and pick up a part from Euro and then come back and fix this one. And yeah, I'm just going to get a picture of the veg of this one. Right, so we have got the part. Well, I hope it's the right part. Sure, a car part just be a pain in the ass, but and it'll read off this cog. Of course, now if that's broken, it'll give it incorrect reading at some point in that. So on this one at the minute, it's corroded and then it's split along there. So it's obviously come away, giving a big reading between two teeth, and then putting up the light, and I'm pretty sure it's took out the ABS sensor with it, because what happens is it pops up, because rust gets underneath it, it pops up, and obviously it's caught the sensor as it's gone round. So let's get that stripped down. So to get at this ring that's behind the hub, I think I'm going to go with, start with these two bolts. This is what it's for, test it, seeing how much torque. I don't know how much torque it was set to. Oh no, you just took a picture. No, you can't get it on. So I've got the main nut out the drive shaft there, I've got the trap rod end off there, and I've done the two shock bolts there. So in theory I can get that out, this down, and then take the ABS ring off. So here you have the ABS ring. Now you can see the crack there? So ideally I should be able to just pull this off. There we are. Yeah, see how it just builds up corrosion underneath and then eventually just pops, and that's what you get, broken ABS. So now with having that off, before we put on the new one, we need to get this surface all the way around the outside of that as clean as possible. Now obviously this is a used drive shaft, it's a bit scabby, probably a bit worn, but the boots are fine, there's nothing wrong with it, you know, there's no play or whirring noises from it. So what we'll do is clean off all this lip here, just so that ring sits nice and snug on the top of that. So I've got that all clean back on there. Obviously I'm running my hand around that. Maybe it looks a bit shit on the camera, but that is smooth. I can't feel any ridges all the way around. I think the key is getting that as smooth as you can, so this ring can sit nice and flush. But now the next thing is trying to get this on without breaking it, slash fucking it up getting it on wonky. So yeah, wish me luck. I think it's starting to rain. New ABS ring is on, nice and nice. Just tapped up flush to the actual drive shaft. That's just a case of putting it back together. Let's go for a little drive and hopefully all the lights stay off. Be nice, wouldn't it? It's nice now I've done a good job. It's just going to feel like a rocket ship, this is. Oh, it does sound fruity. It does sound fruity, this thing. I like it. I like it a lot. I do like me an old Volvo. Come on, Sharon, move out of the way. Go for it. Right, that's us all finished there for today. Yeah, I'm going to fill up with some fuel and then go park up again. That's my day done, to be honest. Yeah. Might go park up and get place. Might go park up and do a bit of editing and maybe go do a bit of gaming. I don't know. Yeah. See what we're going to make for dinner. Right. Let's go top the old girlie up with some fuel. And then, yeah, go get parked up. So we'll get some food on the go, but first I'm gonna have a brew because I just want a nice brew, you know. I had a brew earlier and I kept fucking working and forgetting I got it and it go cold. I've got a problem with doing that. Don't know what's wrong with me. and something else, right? You know, I said I got my new cup, right? I only broke it. When I say broke it, I think it's just unstuck. Just need to glue it back in. Need a hot glue gun or something, don't I? Or some Sikaflex in the bottom and then just bam it down. I think that's probably a plan. It's not broken, it's just fell apart. Yeah. Do you know what's funny? Because I was just looking on my Facebook, I just scroll through, right? And I was just seeing like the memories you get on Facebook. And there's a memory of my old van, the inside. I've got a picture of it somewhere. I'll put it up here. Somewhere around there, or here, or up there, or down there. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to put it. It's somewhere on the screen, right? Wherever it'll let me. Yeah, I was just looking at it thinking, wow. Like, some people just assume that I first started out in this van, and it was like, nah. I mean, if you're new to this channel, scroll down in my videos, go right down to my first video, second video. I don't know, explain how I got into this and how I got into van life anyway. But yeah, I was just funny because I was just looking at it going, wow, and I measured it up not long ago where I could end up fitting the T4 from the bed forward and still have enough room for my double bed in this van. This van's that big. I mean, this is 7.5 metres long. So it's the biggest thing you could probably get on a 3.5 ton license, do you know what I mean? So come on kettle, I'm going to remember to turn it off. You know what I mean? Remember to turn it off. Not just sit there and talk and then my kettle just boiled over all the water. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to eat though. I might have to have a little gander. Oh, I'm tired. I mean, this isn't finished yet, this kettle. So be patient. Don't catch me up on it just yet, right? Oh, got some no chicken burgers. Might have to go with that, I think. Nice bit of easy grub. I know somebody requested again me doing like a little bake-off thing. I say bake-off, just baking something. I did actually bake something. I baked a sponge cake and had some custard with it. So if I've got a picture of that, I'll put that up as well. Somewhere on the screen. There, or there. You know? I don't know, somewhere. Yeah, probably just do some editing. I need to catch up again. I'm about 2-3 weeks ahead of myself now in footage. Yes, I could release 2 videos a week, but I don't feel the need to do that just yet. One thing I've always been passionate to do one day is to make my own clothing brand, you know, make my own merch. I just remembered I had dirt on my face earlier. I don't know if I wiped it off. So I've got a dirty face, just been working. You know what I mean? Graft. That's why these are clean mechanic hands and they look dirty. They're not, they're just stained. Because as much as I could try and wear gloves, they don't really work. I'll probably leave this one here. Don't forget to keep it real, keep it safe, keep it true. Give it a little thumbs up, give it a subscribe. I don't ask all the time, it costs you nothing, and it helps me continue doing what I'm doing. So yeah, take it easy people. Thank you for the support and thank you going forward, and I'll catch you lot in the next one. Ta-da.